Good evening, everyone. My name is Anna Karyakina. I'm a co-host of this Erasmus Plus writing challenge, co-facilitator of the challenge, and the co-creator of Erasmus Youth Academy community, where we are actually making this challenge live. So we have a Erasmus Writing Challenge, which lasts for 14 days, and today is already our 7th day. We are just in the middle. The topic is the practical arrangement of a project. So in this challenge, we are talking about KA1 projects, mobilities for youth workers and mobilities for young people. And the practical arrangements actually are similar in both ways, in both project types, but a little bit different. We talk about logistics and practicalities and who is responsible for them, because we have several stakeholders in every project. We also will talk about the timeline of project preparation, implementation, and follow-up. And we see if we can identify common mistakes. Let's start. So in every project, KA1 project, participating organizations and young people or youth workers involved in the training activities should take an active role in all the stages, enhancing their learning experience. So, which means that the whole project, the whole activity, the whole program should be designed in this way that every person who would like to join any stage basically can take part in it. So everyone is included, and everyone can learn from not only from the actual learning activity, youth exchange, or training course, seminar, and so on, but also from the whole process. And in this way, we have many people actually who can be involved or interested or motivated to help. So as an applicant, you shouldn't take everything on yourself. You have other parts to help you. And as any project, and also Erasmus Plus KA1 project, each project consists of 4 stages: planning stage, preparation stage, implementation stage, and follow-up. So the planning stage is actually what we are doing at the moment. Yeah, we are thinking about the problem, about the solution, about the target audience, about the possible partners, about possible format of activity, writing a project, signing all the documents, sending it to national agency to assess, waiting for result, and then when the result comes, either we do it again if it was not successful, or we just go on with the actual preparation, implementation, and follow-up. But what are these words actually mean? So in the planning stage, we do everything what we are doing at the moment. Yeah, we are thinking about all the details, including defining the learning outcomes, possible learning outcomes. We are thinking about activity formats. We are developing a project program day by day, hour by hour. We are scheduling activities with our partners and stakeholders, which will help to implement this project. In the preparation stage, we are not only thinking, but we are making practical arrangements. We are selecting participants. We are setting up the agreements with partners, participants, parents, business units who are helping us to deliver all the services. We are organizing a preparation events or meetings with our participants. And sometimes these are linguistic. For example, we need to prepare them with languages. Sometimes it's intercultural, so we're doing some culture presentations, so people will be prepared to go into another culture, so they won't have a shock, so they act according to the country's rules and so on. Sometimes it's also the task task-related preparation. For example, you have some topic, for example, we did some cooking, yeah, or healthy lifestyle, youth exchange, and then young people had to prepare with several tasks before we go to the actual event. And this was also very nice team building and topic related challenge. So it was good. And in the next stage, in the actual, in the actual implementation of activities, you make everything according to the plan, according to the program you created, according to the schedule of the project. And here you have already the plan, which was approved by the national agency. You have the program which assessors liked, and you have the schedule of the partnership work, you know, for the project, and you should keep this to the plan, yeah. So, and if you need to make any changes in the plan or program or schedule or partners list and so on, you have to communicate with the national agency, so they allow you to do these changes, so they can change some days or some dates or some program elements and so on. But everything should be, to be in accordance with the agreement which you will sign at the end with the national agency, and they don't appreciate if you do the changes without letting them know. So then the very important stage, but many organizations don't give it such a big importance, but I think it's quite important because the follow-up activities can lead you to even bigger impact, even bigger results, and you can share and disseminate and use them after for quite a long time. So in the follow-up, what do you do? Yeah, so the people went back after the youth exchange or the training course, and you should start the evaluation of the activities. The evaluation of the activities can be done within the team, with the partners, and with the participants and the project managers team. Yeah, so you can evaluate it from many angles, from the learning angle, from the financial point, from the team management, project management, and so on. There are many ways how to evaluate the project, and you should do it. There is also a official evaluation form which will be sent to each participant after the event. And if it's a youth exchange, then the leader of the group should fill it for all of the group. And if it's mobility for youth workers, then each person who was a participant should fill this form. So this form is connected to the application form, and then you will have the overview of the overall scores and feedback. But it doesn't stop you to do your own evaluation, and usually your own evaluation is a bit more informal or non-formal, and you can actually get much more out of it and analyze it, and next time do a better job. So also in the follow-up, you issuing the certificates of participation. In our case, it's a youth pass. We're going to talk about it as well. And you should support participants or upon their return, not only with the evaluation, but also with dissemination and use of the activities outcomes. So some of the activities outcomes, and most of them, are quite nice to reuse or update or disseminate or use after in the work or life and so on. And this is very good if you do. And if you can share them with other organizations or in the groups, it's also great. So you can also take our group and use it as a dissemination point if you have some good outcomes. But who is responsible for all this? So you have several stakeholders. Yeah, you have an applicant, you have partners, partner organizations, you have participants, you have national agencies, you have many people who more or less are connected to the project. Of course, as an applicant, you have the biggest responsibility. You are responsible for the main contact, communication, and signing an agreement with the national agency and the whole program. Partners who are sending you their mandates and you sign them mutually, you sign them from both sides. They are also responsible for all the outcomes and finances and responsibilities of the project. But if anything goes wrong, you can always talk to the national agency and you can change partners or delete partners. So you have participants who are also responsible for their learning motivation and tickets, reimbursement, active participation, and so on. And if there is something wrong with the participants, for example, you got some tourists, seminar tourists, as they call them, yeah, you should also be in charge of all this, because if some people are not participating 80% of the time of the activity, you will not get the payment for their accommodation, unit costs. Yeah, the unit costs will be reduced, and also the travel can be reduced. So you should write everything in your info pack, all the details and so on, while selecting the participants, so they know that they are obliged to participate fully and in order to get the reimbursement. So what practicalities you should think when you're organizing a Key Action 1 project? Yeah, I'm going to open one of our projects and show you how it looked in the past. So here you have a youth exchange, and this is an interesting exchange because our organization, we are applicants, so we got the fund and we are responsible for this project, but actually the project is happening in a partner country, yeah, in Ukraine in this case. So, and then, yeah, as you can see, there is a question: how will the practical and logistical matters of each planned activity be addressed? For example, travel, accommodation, insurance, safety and protection of participants, visa, social security, mentoring, support, preparatory meetings with partners, etc. Please also specify how the tasks will be divided among partners. So which shows that, yes, if you can divide the project task with the partners, it will be highly appreciated to see it in the application form. Yes, so about other practicalities, what they're looking for. The dates, of course, when is it going to happen? So yes, so mobility for young people, it can last from 3 months to 24 months, and the activity, the actual learning activity, can last from 5 days to 21 days. Mobility for youth workers, the whole project can last from 3 months to 24 months, as well as the same as mobility for young people. And the activity duration can be from 2 days to 60 days. So 2 days is a quite short meeting of youth workers, and 60 days usually it's a job shadowing when a group or one youth worker can go and stay at another in another country in the similar organization and learn from each other. So yeah, so in this case, you can see that the project length and activity duration are different dates. So that's why in this application form, you have to tell what are the dates of your activity. So then accommodation, you have to, if you have already selected accommodation, you should give some link or description of this accommodation, and yeah, and give a good summary of what it is. Is it a hotel? Is it a, in our case, it's a village. Yeah, it's a farm. What does it have around? So assessors can have a nice picture and see if it's a good place for your project. But actually, not always you have already a place at this stage when you're just writing an application form. And then you just, my suggestion is just that you write that a summary or some description of a place you're thinking to hire. So you should think about safety and safety rules and about the first aid personnel or some kits. So just in case something happens, yeah. And here we have how many meals we're gonna have, how many breaks we're gonna have, what will happen with the travel. So who will be in charge of it? Here we say that each partner organization is aware of the travel cost limits and will be responsible for their participants' tickets, which have to be economy class tickets on any of the available transport. Well, now we would also add the green travel option if we will think that it's feasible during the activity we're going to organize. Also, insurance. So each person who goes to the KA1 activity in the program countries, at least, they can have their EHIC, yeah, European Health Insurance Card. And also, we suggest to obtain a travel insurance. And we also, when we organize youth exchanges or training course in our organization, we also buy a event insurance, which covers everything what can happen during the event. Yeah. Because individual insurance is good, but also there are other things which can happen. So social security, of course, especially if you have young people with fewer opportunities, you have to think about their social security, how they will be included into the group, into the project activities, and so on, and who will be in charge of it. In our case, here is the leaders, the leaders of the groups are in charge of the possible conflicts and mediating and conflict management and so on. Mentoring and support is also a very important part, especially if you have young people with fewer opportunities. And actually now you can apply for, you can get extra 100 euros per participants with fewer opportunities. And you should use it here for mentoring and support activities and help with their well-being, confidence, personal development, and any other questions may arise. You can also do the advanced planning visit, which is the meeting before the actual event, where one representative from an organization comes and together you are thinking about the actual logistics and programs and so on. And any other practical arrangements, like for example, we added final evaluation, that the leaders of the groups will conduct final evaluation meeting on the last day of the youth exchange. For us, it's quite important because what happens after the project finishes, everyone is gone, and we didn't have enough time to do evaluation between the team members, between the project managers and the leaders, and this is quite important. If you have any questions about the topic, please tell me in the comments and I will try to help you. but do not underestimate all these practical arrangements and the agreements and so on, because this is very important. And if anything happens, it's better to have some backup plan B, agreements and so on, which can help you to sort out the risk management and any unneeded situation. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.